Hey everyone, it's Greg from Fizzics. Thanks for tuning in again to another Big Beer Friday. I'm joined here by the owners of Third State Brewing Company here in Burlington, New Jersey. We've got John, Jay, and Bill. You guys want to introduce yourself and say what you do around here at the brewery?
Sure. My name's John O'Brien. I joined these fellows 3 years ago when we first opened here. We have a long relationship doing home brewing together in a very large club, Bar Legal, and that's where we first met and kind of took off from there. Okay.
Jay Mahoney and myself and John and Bill go back quite a few years in Barley Legal and spent a lot of years homebrewing. I got over 20 years of homebrewing experience myself, and yeah, from my standpoint, I handle most of the business side of the brewery.
Right. And you must be the brewer then.
Yeah, I'm the brewer here at Third State. My name's Bill Posniak. I've been brewing like Jay for over 20 years as a home brewer.
Wow, it's a lot of experience between the three of you.
Yeah.
We're old.
And that's my main job around here is just controlling the beer situation the best I can.
Making the yeast happy, clean everything up.
Happy, making the people happy.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Right on. So we're gonna dig right into the first beer, I think, and we'll learn more about the brewery as we go. But I think we're gonna start off with the raspberry cream ale.
That sounds good.
Excellent. All right. We're gonna load it up in the Fizzics system here. So for you guys, this is gonna be really the first time you've seen it in action. So I'm excited to see what you think. Just gonna put it directly inside, insert the tube here. And we're not using any CO2 or nitrogen, but we are going to give a nice controlled pour. And then we're gonna top it off with microfoam using sonic wave technology. So first step is the front pour. Push forward and it's gonna gently dispense under pressure at a controlled flow rate. The idea is to keep all that CO2 dissolved in solution. When you push backwards, this is when the beer passes through our sonic wave oscillator. So if you look at the foam here, I'll hold it up. Really tiny, uniformly sized bubbles. It's gonna release more of those aromas so you get the full flavor. All the nuances that we worked hard to get in there. I already get whiffs of raspberry. Nice smooth mouthfeel on that. This has got a nice pretty color to it. You guys wanna talk a little bit about this beer, how you made it, how it's going?
This particular beer, it's actually one-off from our cream ale. We took it and we cream ale, made a nice good-sized batch of it, and we poured it over fresh raspberry puree. And this is what we came up with. It's delicious. The ladies love it, and I like it.
It smells amazing. I'll cheers with you guys in a second. We can see what we got going on here. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. You've obviously had this beer several times, on draft. And this will be the first time on Fizzics. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for welcoming Fizzics here.
Wow, it's almost like nitro. It's got the same creamy mouthfeel nature of nitro.
Great cream ale.
It
Creamy
tastes
foam.
better than I remember it yesterday.
Believe it or not, this is the first time I'm trying it.
It's
I haven't had the raspberry yet.
Good lacing on there.
I'm actually impressed. It's one of the things that people are so hung up on with the nitro pour is that extra creamy mouthfeel, and they're using nitro on everything now. It's evolved far beyond the porters and
I mean,
stouts.
I'm constantly looking to get better lacing, better head retention, that nice creamy mouthfeel, particularly in IPAs. It's
Lacing like that, Bill?
Yeah.
a beautiful thing.
Nice proper clean glassware too. Good foam stand. So yeah, it will increase retention. I know that's important from a brewer's perspective. Certain ingredient choices and process are used to get a nice head retention and stability.
And it seems to linger. It's not dropping.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's holding
the
up.
key to that is the uniformity. So like when you pour from a can or bottle or growler in this case to a glass, the bubbles will be all different size, and then gravity's going to take its course and it dissipates quicker. So a lot of benefits of foam. We're spreading the good word. One pint at a time.
Do you have a 10 tap bar size version?
we'll take that as some good brainstorming for future products for sure. I know I would want one of those.
Even a multi-head for special.
So this next one,
Or 3 or 4 up.
I'm gonna zoom in on the tag here. This I thought was a pretty cool name, Poor Visibility, and given its style, I think it's very appropriate. If somebody wants to take over and tell us a little about what the style of the beer is and what we should expect.
Why don't you do it?
A New England style IPA. They're known for their cloudiness. A few years back, people weren't really into drinking cloudy beers, but thanks to the Alchemist and companies like those, the cloudy IPA is now quite the norm. It's a creamy beer as far as mouthfeel, and that comes from the flaked oats or some people use. I actually use flake barley in ours for the mouthfeel. And there's a special technique in dry hopping that pulls out tons of flavor and aroma from the hops. And we employ that to make ours.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's a pretty color.
Pass that around to Bill.
Thank you.
I think one of the most interesting things about the New England style is its grown acceptance. It is very cloudy because of the hops that are suspended in solution, and it's some people would be very turned off by that, but the craft beer people have come to accept that, and they can take a full pour of this and sit and drink it and not be turned off because they're enjoying the immense flavor and aroma.
I think the American beer market throughout the years has come to expect clear beers because of filtering done by the big brewers. I've always been a believer that if you filter your beer, you're taking out things you wanted in there.
I'm the same way.
You know, you don't want chunks of hops in it, of course, but you don't
Or
want to
yeast
take
slurry.
out that.
Yeah.
You don't want to take out that flavor either.
No, that's got a beautiful color. It's like almost like a light OJ look to it. Really spot on with what I'd expect if I knew something was a New England IPA. And you get blasted with those hop aromas. Definitely tell this one was dry hopped, still maintain a lot of that essential oil. Super fresh. We're sitting here in the cellar drinking it here, all the fermentation tanks behind us, but
Yeah, I don't know if they could hear it online, but if you could hear the gurgling in the back, that's actually fermentation going on.
you got live beer.
Yes. Boris the Younger.
Boris the Younger.
Black Rye IPA.
Oh, that's the one we were gonna end on
batch of
here.
Boris ever.
Nicely done.
Very.
I really dig that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think for especially this style, unlike a West Coast IPA, which has more of a bitter bite up in the front, the New England style is actually really nice with the foam kind of takes off that edge, if you will, of like some heads of foam. This is like a little bit more creamy, which kind of works with the style because it's supposed to be more smooth than like bracingly bitter. But very good. Let's get into the last one here. So yeah, you guys mentioned the Barley Legal Homebrew Club.
Barley Legal.
I was reading an article about how so many professional brewers have stemmed out from that organization, that club, and
It's amazing.
clearly a lot of information is passed and learned by passionate beer people. You guys said you have 50 years experience between you all, so clearly, like, what are some of the other brewers, like Flying Fish?
Yeah, Chris from Flying Fish, Mark Graves down at Cape May. Of course, you have Vince up at Village Idiot, and the Three Stooges from Spellbound, John, Mike, and Scott. Let's see, who else do we have over there? Oh, Chris Mattern now over at Lips Brewing in Merchantville.
Jeff Botto.
Jeff Botto, that's right. Jeff Botto is just about to
Jeez,
open.
the list is still going. That's pretty impressive. One club.
The head brewer at Manioc, who's one
Evan
of the
Fritz.
partners in the upcoming Course Keys Brewing Company.
Yes.
Cheers, man. So we got some different beer styles on the spectrum here. What are we ending on? This one is called Boris the Younger. That
Boris
sounds
the
like it's got a story behind it, or named after a
There's
character.
definitely a story behind it.
Yes, there's a story behind Boris the Younger. This beer was originally brewed. I had won a competition called the Iron Brewer out of the Iron Hill Brewery, and I decided to name the beer after my father, whose name was Boris, who just great guy. Great guy. I've been a pain in his ass my whole life, and I wanted to do something for him. Finally, he's 95 years old. I decided to name a beer, and I called it Boris the Great. When we decided to open our brewery, we no longer retained the rights to the name.
Right, because Iron
So
Hills
we changed
technically
it.
then.
My middle name is also Boris, so we decided to call it Boris the Younger. That is the story behind the name.
And we so hoped for a cease and desist from Russian River using Younger.
Yeah, that was the first thing that came into my mind,
Or,
but I'm
or
glad I asked the
whoever it
story.
is that owns the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons with the Boris, but yeah, nobody touched us.
Well, cheers to Boris.
Cheers.
One of the benefits of having a beer named after you. It's definitely got that Cascadian dark ale flavor profile going on there. It's not super roasty or like burnt with like too much roasted malt. It's still very drinkable, but you get the like dark roasty flavors.
Yeah, it's a nice beer.
Hoppy.
When it's fresh, it's very hoppy. And as it ages, it actually ages well. The
does.
hops go away, and the hop flavor kind of dissipates, but the beer itself just takes on a whole new character.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
good beer, fresh and not so fresh.
And we're actually going to do a little small 15-gallon trial with this batch that's fermenting back here in a Dad's Hat whiskey barrel. So you can see how Boris Black Rye IPA ages in a rye whiskey barrel.
That's a mouthful, but that sounds very interesting, and I would love to try it. Yeah.
I think we should name it Boris's Hat. But
Yeah, there you go.
Might want to Google that.
We've got some barrels over here, some little projects going on. I think I'm going to show everybody what the brew house over here. You might be curious to see in the cold side, and see we already have some barrel projects underway. And over here we've got a 7-barrel brew house.
This is actually pretty impressive.
It is. Particularly
Give everybody a tour.
raspberry. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And we're
I'm
just
thinking
hanging out
Boris
back
on
here,
Nitro. Nice.
drinking some beers. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I recommend coming and check this place out. If you're in New Jersey especially, but even if you're not, make this a point of destination, and beers are delicious. I'll see you guys next week.